Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. Today is Thursday. It's June 21st, 2012. We'll be looking at a few charts today. There's a couple opportunities that are still out there. If you saw today's major market sell-off, Dow Jones down about 250 points, you know that you want to be looking for short opportunities. We've been warning for a while that this move that we've been seeing for the past couple of weeks to the upside was not sustainable. It would fall apart. Now you're seeing that. There's some trades out there that you can take advantage of. Before we get started, I want to look at the gold chart because this is the only trade we've actually held a short position in. The others have been stopped out over the past couple of weeks when we've seen this little move to the upside, and we're just looking for new opportunities to get short. In this case here, we saw this move up here, nice shooting star formation, confirmation, followed up the next day, and so we took that as a short opportunity. Any of these days you would have been selling. You had about 7 in a row before you, or 6 or 7 in a row before you had to start rolling over. Again, you got shooting star formation, the same previous level. We talked about that in the past. We got lower high, lower low. You could take that as a short opportunity if you weren't already short there. Also confirmation the following day, another shooting star formation, turning red, rolling over. Basically, this trade is working out perfectly. What I wanted to bring to your attention here was that I have simply taken the stop loss limit that was up here, 1 cent above that point, and I've now advanced it to this point here at least. And the reason for doing that is simply because I want to lock in a gain or decrease risk potential at this point. I do believe she'll continue to move lower, so I don't really see any reason for covering this trade, but somebody could if you want to pocket a little quick trade and make some money. That's fine. But for me, I'm just going to advance the stop to the low. The high of each day as she develops until I'm eventually stopped out of this. Now let's look at what else we have out there. A quick look here at the FTSE London Financial Times Index. You can see that we have lots of different signals showing up here for the shooting star formation here, but all of them continue to press higher before we're now starting to see this roll over a little bit here. But it's not a bearish engulfing, not a complete bearish engulfing. It's really nothing that's I really like to count on. It's basically I like to see a shooting star formation and then confirmation. Something like this, shooting star formation, then confirmation. If I don't have that, I feel like I may have a situation where we're getting a little pullback, may see another little bounce. I want to just wait for that development of that shooting star formation with confirmation. Every single time if I'm shorting. We have a different strategy for going long, but the main thing here is always wait for the right signals. On occasion, you will miss a trade that will make a good move simply because it didn't form those right signals, but that's all right. You just move on to find other charts, and we have plenty to look at. So for now, looking at the FTSE, I just leave it alone. The French CAC 40 index has given us the shooting star signal, so we now have marked it with the black arrow indicating that if tomorrow's low is lower than today's low, which it will likely be, being that we've had the U.S. market sold off substantially today, I would start shorting that tomorrow, basically. Take a short position there with a stop set off of today's high, 1 cent above today's high. That would be the entry point for that particular trade there. We're looking for this low here to be taken out. Looking now at the MIB of the Milan or Italy markets, what you see here, of course, would be another shooting star formation here. A little bit tricky on this chart because you've got this low point here, a high point here, a higher low here, and it would appear to be a higher high here. However, this is actually being debunked by the ultimate oscillator. High point here, lower high here. This is trending down while this is trending up, telling you that this rally here, not real. That means that you're actually going to get erased and wiped out. So I would simply mark it as being, yes, if we get lower low tomorrow, I would start shorting it and look for the lows to be tested. That's what I would do, of course, and I would keep a tight stop 1 cent above today's high. And that's how I would trade that. Get into the position and let the market tell you what's going to happen. You get stopped out, fine. But for now, let's just continue to trade with the signals that we have on the chart here, and we'll see how it develops from that point on. The German DAX composite, same basic overall story. We have marked this one being that if we get a lower low tomorrow, I'm likely to do so, we would short that at that point with a tight stop set off of today's high, 1 cent above that. Several different things you can read about this chart. Number one, of course, you're going to have the shooting star formation. That's a very bearish condition. You also have this low point that's never actually been tested. You had this little move here, a little kind of wiggle sideways, and then we continue to move higher. So I wouldn't call that a tested low point here. I expect we will test that low and take it out. Another thing to point out here, of course, would be the high point here. And if you would, let's see which one we want to use. We got this high close here, and we can use any of these actually, but I don't really care which one you use. But they're all basically showing that you have a high point that is trending down like this on a price activity. You get the ultimate oscillator is trending up. It tells you that there's massive sell pressure right here, and that's why the price can't move any higher. That means you're going to have to alleviate that sell pressure, and there's only one way to do that, and that is by going lower. So that again, is telling you that the rally to the upside is unsustainable, just like we're seeing in the U.S. markets. We talked about a couple days ago, posted that video. Basically, just trade with the markets. Don't, buy just because the markets go up for a few days. That doesn't really mean anything. You have to actually analyze what's really going on. You get a temporary bounce off an oversold condition of the ultimate oscillator hitting the 39. Don't be surprised if that happens. Just don't necessarily buy it because it's short term and you want to trade to the downside. We've also updated a couple other charts on our website. I think it was Australia's markets and Japan's as well, indicating there's some opportunities there. Updated those charts so you can check them out on our free website at perfectstockalert.com. If you've not been to our website, it's right there. It's 100% free. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. God bless, take care, and I'll see you in Friday's market analysis video where I will go over all the different charts that are out there and let you know everything that I know moving into the week ahead. God bless, take care, see you then. Please take a moment to review our disclaimer. The information provided herein is our opinion only. Under no circumstances do any statements here represent a recommendation to buy or sell securities or make any kind of an investment. You are responsible for your own due diligence. To summarize, we do not provide investment advice, nor do we make any claims or promises that any information here will lead to a profit, loss, or any other result. These videos are for educational purposes only.